Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Hello.
Back again with the Neckjuice podcast. What's going on, brother?
Hello. Come on.
Tell me now. Don't you tell me?
Let's get it started, baby. We're in the hot seat. All eyes on me. All lights on me.
What a couple of shock jocks right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, a couple of these guys in the staff sat in these seats. They couldn't handle it for a couple of minutes. The seat's so hot.
If it's too hot, get out the kitchen. Can I say it's anything else, you know?
It ain't no hot potatoes. It's like hot yams. I'm burning my yams on this seat right now.
And that's a hot thing to burn, so you want to stay away from that.
And it's a thankless job. We're up here talking about nothing. For Chuck, can you get that fucking second camera rolling? Did you even press roll on that? The fuck are you doing?
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just have one camera the whole
group
time.
morale's
going.
Chuck's like, if I'm not being filmed, why film anyone?
Jesus Christ, the guy does a couple drives for the pod.
He's on his phone.
You know what? I've done what I got to do.
But
for
dude,
today.
I'm telling you, this is a thankless job. We're up here spilling our hearts out, talking about anything and everything all at once, and nothing.
I kind of like to think me and you are like a Larry David Seinfeld. We're creating something about nothing here. Okay?
Yeah, we are.
It's gold.
We're making a little something out of nothing.
Yeah, that's all you gotta keep doing. Just kind of
Modest
dig in the
comparison.
trenches, trying to find them bodies and
Dude,
turn them into the morgue.
Been a fucking whirlwind since we started this thing. Let me level with you.
Oh my God, tell me more.
I haven't been able to get away from the love or the hate. Just yesterday, I had about 200 emails, the near death threats, talking about how, you're up there talking about this and that, thinking that your voice is so important and all this stuff. And I said, you know what? I never said my voice. I never told you to tune in, okay? First off, I never said that you needed to log on and listen.
You think Jesus told his followers to walk behind him while he drug his cross?
Absolutely not.
Don't think so. It's not what we're about here.
It's a bunch of BS.
Yeah, bologna.
Yeah, baloney scraps is what it is. I'll throw it to the bullshit. Baloney scraps for the birds.
Why do they spell bologna like that? I've always wondered. Bologna? Turned into bologna? Was it just some Italian just went, hey, nah, I don't like to say that. I'm going to say it the way I say it.
It's a bologna.
Yeah. He goes, you know what? I'm from the Lower East Side, from the Bronx. I'm calling it what I want to fucking call it. Am I wrong, though?
We know the Oscar Mayer song? No, Oscar Mayer, BOLOGNA.
No.
So that's why it's...
See, it
works for that song.
See, I grew up without cable. I missed out on a lot of these good things.
I also grew up without cable, man. With respect to the motherfuckers out in
Bro.
these streets, bro.
That's
Drinking
what
out the
I'm talking
hoses,
about, bro.
dog.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
In the streets, Dane.
But the one thing that pisses...
Dane was in the streets.
One thing that makes us different, though, is like we both grew up without cable, but I got my sheath sniffed, and he didn't.
What does that mean?
I got my sheath snipped.
Oh,
They curled it back and tucked it behind the head, taking away just probably innumerable amounts of pleasure that I could have experienced.
It's like making a bed.
Yeah. I'll never know.
You'll never get it back.
I'll never know what you experienced.
You'll never know. Oh, we're just going to go segue right into that.
Can you reverse it?
We're bringing that up. Why would I want to reverse it?
No, for us.
Why would anyone want to reverse it? You have more peen. You just got to keep
that's what I mean.
No,
I'm pissed off.
I
could have had that tasty icicle, that dripper. But instead,
you've been shaving down.
I'm like
shaving down like a polished knob of a wood of a wood chair.
Yeah, it looks like a polished knob, I'm sure, with a divot in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think about all the pleasure that I lost on. And I saw a documentary where this guy who wanted to get his foreskin back so bad, he was so enraged that he was robbed of the pleasure that he was supposed to have, that he would lay in bed and have these hooks that would dig into the foreskin around the head of his penis, and he would have these bungee cords attached to the back of his bed, and he would just lay there 8 hours at a time.
Just trying to pull it back up. Just get it back up. He just wanted to be home.
And he'd stretch.
He just wanted to be home. He must have some kind of disorder where he wants to feel like tight and close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where
almost agoraphobic.
Is that what's agoraphobic? Hey, can we pull that up? What's agoraphobic?
It's like where
Chuck, you're supposed to be doing this. Where's your laptop? This guy doesn't even have a
chair today.
God,
agoraphobic.
So you don't want to leave your home.
It's a type of person with they're afraid to leave environments that they consider to be safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, being hugged by your foreskin, being inside your mother's belly, being in your home. For a guy like me, the club's my safe space. I'm in there.
You're agoraphobic to the nightclubs.
Well, I'm agoraphobic to going home.
Yeah.
I need to be out of the club.
Yeah, I know.
You need to be out?
Whether it's the country club or
other way,
Laurelhurst Club.
Or whether it's
any kind of club.
Banner.
Or whether, it's downtown. Help me out. Shake.
Good old shake. Good old going to the elevator. Tube.
See ya.
I'll tell you though,
Tube Tuesday.
Don't get me in a fucking country club. I will join that motherfucker so fast if I ever had the money. That would be the life. I'd just literally be living like Caddyshack, bro. I'd be riding like Rodney Dangerfield, just running in, zing, zing, zing. Let me get a drink. Whack a ball. There's a golfer. Hey, nice face. You're bald. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Dude, you'd be on that court. You'd be like one of those. You'd be up in the high chair of the Ku Klux Klan, sitting there, and you.
Oh yeah, and Grand Wizard.
You would join the Klan.
Grand Wizard. Shout out J.K. Rowling.
Isn't there?
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't there that old man though that he? I don't know if he was blind, but
Ray Charles?
No, not that old
Stevie
man.
Wonder?
No, but he was like in a high seat of the Ku Klux Klan because
the nigga from Kill Tony.
he thought that he was white, but he
That's
was blind.
a Dave Chappelle skit.
Oh yeah. You're talking about Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby, yeah, that's what it would be.
Clayton Bigsby.
Let's just say that was historical.
To a lot of people, that's a true American hero.
It could be historical.
Yeah.
Gotta run it. We still gotta run our facts on that.
The South could rise again. Who knows, bro?
Dude, bro, are you kidding me?
I was looking at Florida's property tax earlier today, and I was like, okay, maybe the South could rise again.
No, that part of the South's going underwater.
I mean, I guess, but no income tax though, so you can just buy your way.
That's because
up.
it's all going to be underwater.
Just keep
15 years.
buying more, because you can keep affording to just keep buying more houses closer and closer while the water just keeps seeping in.
Yeah, just get beachfront in 15 years, get something a little bit higher
and then
up
you
on
get
the ridge.
10, and then you live by all the Jews, and you're good. You know, right up there on what's it called? It's not Myrtle Beach, Florida. What's it called?
Daytona?
Not Daytona. It's farther down. It's very nice.
I've never been down to Florida.
It's like not Pompano.
Pompano.
Shit. All the fans in Europe are fucking kicking themselves right now. Like, they're screaming the name like, you fucking idiot.
It's a Pompano!
You fucking idiot. But that's just sometimes you have a mental relapse. And that's all right. What's it called? It's by Hollywood. It's very close to all the Haitians and the gangsters.
I thought we were in Florida. It's by Hollywood? I thought you were Florida.
Huh?
You said Hollywood? I thought we were talking about Florida.
Yeah, Hollywood, Florida.
Was it Hollywood, Florida?
I'm
it's
Hollywood
like north of Miami.
Oh, is it
in
better?
Hollywood Beach.
No, not South Beach. I think it's something else. But it's Boca Raton.
Boca
Raton, baby.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Is it Yahweh? If Yahweh is your God, you might retire to Boca Raton.
Come on, baby.
You might have a good 401k and retire to Boca Raton.
In Boca Raton, you might have a good home.
That's all right.
In Boca Raton.
Where would you retire, buddy? You retire anywhere in the world?
I would probably go out to Rhododendron, Oregon.
That's not bad. that's American.
And I'd get a nice cabin way off the grid where nobody knew where I was at.
And start building stuff.
And I'd just start doing stuff. I'd invite people over and I'd be like, hey, want to put in a zip line? Want to have a high ropes course? And there'd be people. People could go out there and they'd just go missing.
Your army that you're starting. You got to have a foundation, right?
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, how many kiddos can I get from these two droopy bags of grapes? You know what I'm saying? How many kids can I get from these loins? And it's like, this is no shot at my wife or anything. I don't need to have sex with any of these women. It's more about, taking one semen at a time, dispensing putting it in a test tube. It's not about the pleasure. It's about the what?
Right.
The power.
The power.
That's what I'm talking about. I could have these
legacy.
kids running around these high rope courses going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what about
It's a shit
retirement.
retirement.
It's all for the legacy. So when you build this army, actually, we didn't elaborate on this last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
Once you do dispense all these semen into these multiple women and build this army that you're trying to build, will you have a grading system for all of these sons and daughter soldiers that you're going to be producing? Because
that's a good question.
You're going to have to weed out the weaker ones. There will be Tylers, you know what I mean? There'll be Chucks.
Yeah.
Then there'll be Stallions, Primate, Beef Grade, front lines, getting shit done.
Grade A.
You got to weed that out. So
this is where the rope course, the low rope course, really comes in handy because there's going to be simple things that we've all grown up with, like monkey bars or a jungle gym. That might be the first step, and then there might be a rope ladder. There's the warped wall. Eventually, I want to have.
This is retirement.
Yeah, you think what do you think I'm doing? I'm sitting back with an iced tea.
He's dispensing.
I'm sitting back with an iced tea in my hand, watching this go down.
Who the fuck's
you
managing
think
these
I'm
kids?
going to be running this course?
Yeah, he's sitting back in an easy chair.
I'm going to be the one having
what I'm saying?
to get out there with the kids.
Yeah, if you want a job, I could pay you to wrangle. But I'm talking about we're gonna make ninja warriors. We're gonna make the most prime physical specimens.
Calisthenics.
All from my, and then I'm gonna have the peace of mind knowing that they're all coming from my loins.
And then you'll know that you didn't fail in life, right? You actually put your stamp on the world.
Yeah, I'm like gonna be like Genghis Khan, huh?
It's one.
Oh,
it's
that.
one. It's
Oh,
one.
there's a workaround for that.
Well, he'll offer college scholarships, I think.
There's a workaround for that, for sure.
He'll go to the campuses. He'll start some seminars and be like, and start his little cult.
Yeah,
from there.
go ahead, line up, and all you gotta do is just fake it till you make it. Make it seem like it's a really important thing. Add a spiritual element. Do a little guided meditation and make everyone feel like they're family. Be like, do you feel the room buzzing right now?
Fake it till you make it, and then you just don't make it until you break it. That's all you gotta do.
Or just put on some movies for them to watch, or some sort of.
Talking like Legally Blonde here.
I'm talking like something while they're asleep, get it injected into their mind so that they see me as kind of this paternal figure, and I'm like up above. And then down below, there's just thousands of children, and they're running amok, and they're playing on their rope courses. When they get to turn to be 15, they get to be on their high rope courses, and then so on.
But then you gotta have a police system where they're policing themselves, where the older ones police the younger ones. It's a brutal police system.
It's an ecosystem, really.
Yeah.
And I want to be sitting back, iced tea, up on the porch.
Just scraping the cream off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, just waiting for it to all bubble up, just scrape off that hot white.
Yeah, that hot white.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
That's all right. I could see that. I could see that happening one day. We'll formulate this army, and we'll.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been thinking about.
Thinking about that. What's it for?
Just for domination of just parts.
What did I say?
Insecurity.
What did I say? What is it for?
Yeah.
Power, right?
Yeah.
Some of us like drinks. Some of us like cocaine.
Drinks.
Some of us like weed, marijuana. Me, I'm a power guy,
I'm a wino.
Yeah, this guy's a wino.
Wino.
I've been accused of being a wino myself.
Big wino, Call me Wino the Rhino. No, but
I'll be whining for some wine if I don't get this glass refill.
Yeah. I'll be a whining for a vine.
So what do we got today? This podcast is kind of taking form. It's kind of formulating. It's becoming it's what it's supposed to be. Jesus Christ, Chuck.
Jesus Christ. We got a couple.
We could have a compilation.
Yeah, it's getting more professional.
Or you could have a compilation of how many times we're saying Jesus Christ with this guy.
I know, right? God damn. This guy's never under the limit on the podcast.
He's never quite on the ball.
He's been under the limit one time on the podcast.
Yeah.
The ABV limit. If he had an ABV limit, it would be like a nice sharp IPA.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's a pyramid outburst.
Yeah,
bro.
this guy's
blood
like
alcohol content 13.0 ABV.
Jesus Christ, so lady just get drunk, just walking by and smelling his breath.
Walking dewy. He goes rolls a joint and then you get crossfaded. But I mean, one thing I wanted to bring up that I thought was hilarious is I got this new job, and it was a really weird.
Woo!
Even though we do make enough off this to,
Even though
we
do make
this
enough, it's more of a passion project. This kind of thing I'm doing. But anyway, it was just like a weird interview process, and like it kind of felt like a scam for a while, and.
Because it probably is.
I mean, I hope not. We'll see. We'll find out. They've got all my information, my social security, my mother's maiden name.
Oh boy!
Awesome. A picture of my father's balls.
Damn, bro! You should have kept some of that stuff to yourself.
I know. I couldn't though. I was money hungry. I seen the dollars. I was wearing the dollars.
Yeah.
Dollar sign eyes. But anyway, I was thinking to myself. I was like, it's so funny. I'm like, are people getting scammed for job applications, and somehow it turns into some Nigerian out there gets their information.
Yeah. So what's the job?
And I'm not gonna go into all that, but I just thought it was hilarious. Of like you apply for a job on like an Indeed, and then it turns out to be a scam.
Yeah, they could just snatch everything.
And you give them your information, and so I look up on TikTok, and I'm like, are people getting scammed on Indeed? And of course. There's a whole fucking thread of people getting scammed on Indeed. And I look up the company that I'm about to work for, and I didn't find anything, and like I think it's gonna be okay, but I'm still a little sketched out because they haven't asked me to fill in a W-2, and they're like, when
the fuck do you start?
Effectively, I'm supposed to start tomorrow or in the next week or so, but we'll see. So I was just like, I just thought it was funny. There might be some African scammer somewhere like looking at my work and being like, oh, very good video.
Chuck says you have to.
There's a lot more.
Chuck says you have to tell the whole story.
The money and the telling you to buy MacBooks and they like deposit.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, if this is actually a good job, I'm not trying to like say all that.
Well, but they're not gonna watch this.
I mean, I guess right.
Well, most of the reviewers are in Eastern.
If they do,
all
you're a miracle.
all divulge, right?
Most of our, you're not gonna do it for the pod. All our watchers are in Eastern Europe or anywhere. You're
That's
Asia.
true. They don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Clear to Japan.
We're talking to the Philippines here anyway. All right. So I'll say, so the job, they were like, okay, so it's a video editing job. They were like, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to screen you and go through the internet or the interview process. And then I applied for the job, got it, right? And then they were like,
how was the interview process though?
oh, right. So I went through the interview process.
Thank you, Chuck.
Sorry. We went through the interview process, which was a very weird process where it wasn't like a Zoom call or like, like a phone call or anything like that. For this remote job, it was just like a sheet of paper that they told me to fill out all these questions, and they gave me a time limit. And so I filled out all these questions for this interview, and sent it back. And then, I heard back from them 2 days later, and they were like, oh, like, we want to offer you the job, blah, blah, blah. Like, you should come in or you should send your stuff in, and we'll move forward from there, and we'll get you some equipment so you can edit on, not your own computer and hard drives and things. And I'm like, already this is a little fucking weird. Like there's no company card
You haven't talked to a human.
Yeah, I've been talking to a guy. I haven't spoken to anyone on the phone. I've been talking to a guy. I've been emailing him, but now he's just saying that he's gonna give me a bunch of money to make a payment out of my account for equipment. And initially, I'm thinking to myself,
oh man, this sounds like a scam if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Scam written all over it.
We're gonna have to check in next week to see if you just got
scammed.
ousted.
I know.
They keep going.
But anyway, where was I? So I think
He gave you money to buy stuff.
yeah, he gave me the money to buy a bunch of equipment, and so I'm going around like sourcing all these places to get equipment on the internet, and then I go back to the guy that I'm in this chat with, the supervisor or whatever, and I tell him, I'm like, hey, yo, I found all this equipment, like it's within the budget that you gave me, like how do we want to proceed with that? Like should I like deposit the electronic check that you send me? And he's like, no, don't do that. Like he's like, you have to go through our vendor. Like our vendor is going to, you buy through our vendor and he will source all that stuff and then ship it to your house. I'm like, okay, it's
Bro, this is sounding pyramid-y.
It seems a little strange. Well, I'm not paying any money yet. Like
I know, but it sounds pyramid-y if they have it all in-house, because then you're going to have a guy. If you have to have a guy buy the same thing, then you're getting pyramid.
No, that's not what's going on.
That's not going to happen.
Because I'm just going to be editing video now. But it's just strange how they interviewed me on this like piece of paper, no FaceTime, no talk time. And then now they're like, all right, we're going to send you this check, but use that check to pay out this vendor that we're gonna connect you with to buy all the equipment that you want to do the job. You know?
Okay.
So it's just
So you have the equipment?
I don't have the
At
equipment.
the end of the day, you will.
I don't have the equipment.
Allegedly.
I don't have equipment, but they send me a check for $5,000 today, and I deposited it and it went through in my account and it's pending right now.
So they probably have a deal. They probably have a deal with
some third party person who sources all types of shit.
Yeah, so it's like we're gonna work only with you, and all our guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna give the guys money to pay you to get the stuff.
Yeah, right.
Well, let us know how it goes in a month.
At first, I thought I was like,
keep tabs on this.
But I sent him a picture of my ID. I was like, I'm fucked. I was like, I'm done, bro. I was like, I'm gonna my credit score is gonna be at fucking 0. There's gonna be 10 houses in fucking Angola in my name. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
some guy in fucking Australia is gonna be driving a supercharger.
Aidan Silvis.
Yeah, Aidan Silvis crashing.
There's gonna be Aidan Silvis out in
Bologna.
Bologna.
Is it worth $5,000 for a couple Aidan Silvises out there now? Because that's what could be happening. They could be taking just copying your identity.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, did I just fuck up and did I just get?
Hey, when you're talking to Tyler, you need to talk into the mic, okay?
But if you got paid for that, $5,000 for another Aidan.
Yeah, but it's like if I'm supposed to do the vending tomorrow, where I send the money over here, it's like, like, I don't know. Either I trust it and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a job, or I'm
Yeah.
You
Fuck.
trust it or you get dusted. That's
I
what
get
say.
dusted, and I don't know what's going on. It's a very weird situation. I almost feel like I need to go to my bank and be like, yo.
You should. You should get. You should get.
Tomorrow morning and be like, yo, some shit's about to go. I don't know about to go down, but like if some shit happens with my name, like I need y'all to be like, hey, he like came and.
Yeah, definitely get. Because like you're looking for a job right now, and what they're looking for is people that are like, oh, I need a job. I'll take this risk. So you never know. Sometimes things are too good to be true.
Well, they already have my ID picture, so is it already fucked? Do I just take the money
if you
now?
looked at them
It's not
on
real?
No. If you looked at them online and they seem like they're legit.
Well, they have their like it was on Indeed, like.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. There was the TikTok Indeed scam. So.
Well, we'll get back to
next week.
to that.
Figure out.
We'll touch back on
if some fucking Saudi Arabian, not even Saudi Arabian, some prince in some country.
You start Africa? I think you started with that.
I started with Africa. I was
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to just not harp on my Africans. Shout out
Yeah.
my Africans. You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know what I'm saying. Cha bra, you know what I'm saying?
Cha.
Cha bra, you know what I'm saying? And you ever do
To
one
the
of these,
most.
bro?
To the most.
That's when you got that 40 Glock on you and that shit is wide, homie. You know, we're not playing.
Cha.
Chuck, can you throw me a beer, dog?
Yeah, dog.
Yo, Chuck, can you throw me a beer, dog?
Chuck, anything, Chuck?
Yo, goddamn,
So-
Chuck, can you throw me a fucking beer?
I'm doing stuff, man. Leave me
Doing
alone.
what? What are you doing? We're fucking on the pod right
So-
now.
so-
He's writing stuff down for the pod. Good man. He
So
does.
let's steer the ship back on track. All right.
Oh.
Wow, that's good.
That seems to be a running thing.
Yeah, getting the carpets wet. Let's steer the pod back on track here. We
let's
want
get
to
it
talk
back.
a little bit about, we're finding our situation here. We're finding our voices, what the pod's gonna be about, right? We're gonna have people on at some point. We're getting like things moving first before we get people on.
No, I had a couple people hit me up who want to come on.
I
Some
know.
cool people. So we're gonna have some cool ass people on this pod, man, for sure.
And do we have them on
dope-ass
for the
people.
entire time, you think?
I know. I think we
Hope
probably
not.
bring them in for half.
Yeah, have them just show up halfway through.
Yeah, have them show up. Me, whoa, sit the fuck down, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, when they just start get thrown in the middle of this shitstorm.
Hit him with the stifler.
But I mean, I'm thinking, stuff that I wanted to talk about this week is I went down to, y'all guessed it, Donner Lake this weekend to hang out with this past weekend to hang out with my uncle. It was his birthday. First time we've been there in about 3 years. since
Where's Donner Lake?
it's outside Lake Tahoe, down in
Okay.
California.
So that's nice. That's a little nice area, right?
Yeah, it's nice, and I'd always grown up going there. And as I get older, I start to realize that it's kind of the place that the cabin is kind of like a red hotbed of kind of wealthy conservatives. My uncle,
He's like tech
it doesn't-
conservatives.
kind of the tech conservatives are
Old
around
California.
but this area, it's like the west end of Donner Lake.
It's real American. So we're talking real
It's like
Americans
real
here.
American.
Real
And
safe.
We're talking real American.
that was where the Donner Party was. We should probably talk about the Donner Party before we get
talk
into
about that Donner Party.
There was 16 feet of snow in 1866. I don't know what the year it was, but a bunch of white people were going about colonizing, and they went through, and they got to Donner Lake, and it snowed 16 feet, and they were stuck there, and they started eating each other. And they were called the Donner Party.
1846.
1846.
Not bad.
I was off by one.
Wait, was it a family? Sorry.
No, it was like a whole tribe.
Just a group of American pioneers.
Oh.
You never heard about
Just
that?
a couple of the bros were out. So you're saying the bros were just out?
The
and then-
Brawlinizers were out, and they were just like
Yeah.
out, committing genocide light.
It says
genocide diet, sipping
Yeah.
on that genocide
delayed by a
diet.
multitude of mishaps. They spent 2 winters.
Yeah, they had a lot of Indian women raped.
Yeah, they probably did.
I can't
And
deny.
That's all you whites who tan well. That's where y'all come from.
Donner
yeah, I
Lake.
come from Donner Lake.
No.
But these,
No, just Irish white man.
Guess
on
who led this
Native.
group?
yeah, probably.
Jacob and George Donner.
And yeah, those guys,
So they named the whole lake out of this whole group
So
of
they
people
were
that
trapped
died
right
for
there,
10
and there's a
years.
statue as you enter Donner Lake that's 16 feet high, and then there's like a
What
bunch
is
of
it of?
it's a bunch of guys kind of like, like that
Bunch of guys
statue.
holding something up.
Yeah, but it's not like a flag. I don't know what it is. They're all kind of wrangled on each other, and it says where the base of the statue starts at 16 feet was how high the snow was when they were stuck there.
So it's a bunch of guys holding a base.
Well, they cannibalized each other.
Jesus.
No, they're on
Did
top
they?
of the base.
Oh, they're on top of the base.
They cannibalized each other is the big story because they had to survive.
What was that? I wonder what that hierarchy was like. Who goes first in that situation? The weakest, probably.
Probably the thickest. You're kind of like,
Whoever. Well, no, because a thick guy might be able to fight it off.
I think the
And then
elderly, the oldest.
Oh, the old fucks.
yeah, probably the
Unless they're the
old.
most powerful.
Who's the oldest here?
Or if you wanted to get into some veal.
You think you're oldest?
I think
So we're eating Tyler
oldest
first.
also-
and most delicious.
He looks pretty delicious. I feel
You
like
ever seen those turkeys that you can get at the fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get a zoom in on this?
Oh, we'll get it.
Oh man,
That guy up
turkey.
there.
Yeah, just manscape.
I'm
it
licking my
and-
chops just looking at that
Yeah,
turkey.
yeah.
I feel like if I
Look at that
spent a
leg.
while with Tyler on an island and it was just me and him, I would start
You
just
start
like,
licking your chops.
I'd probably like first get horny and then I'd start to get real hungry.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd be eating your hair,
Yeah, it'd be like
and then we'd switch, and you
it would
just
be a total use and
Yeah.
abuse type situation
Yeah.
with him.
it'd be don't
but-
let it blank turn
Or- or the-
no, dude.
So let's get back on
Yeah,
track.
I'd have to find a fish to have coitus with.
fuck up. Yeah, that's fine.
It's nice and slimy. It's like
Says,
it's like nature's flesh light.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah,
Just
it's better than your bro, and then you gotta have that awkwardness.
well, then you eat them afterwards, and it's fine.
And you go, yo, no one's ever finding out about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have some barbecue.
Gross.
Once you wash up, we're gonna have some barbecue. But let me get back on track here,
Yeah,
Tyler. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
let's steer us back on the right course
Yeah,
here.
unlike the Donner Party.
Out on the west end of Donner Lake, I was so surprised. No matter what time of the year it is, it looks like it's the 4th of July. And there was so many people that were in my uncle's cabin that we rented.
They're just that American.
Yeah, it was crazy though. We rented a cabin 2 houses down, and we went in, and like I walk in, and the bed. I'm sleeping on the couch in the main room, and above my bed is just like all these singularly mounted big wooden blocks that just say "Legacy" across the wall.
Was there a manifest in Destiny as well?
Pretty much.
Might
I
as
mean,
well, dude.
they're just every. You ever been to what's it called?
Montana, Texas.
I don't
Mount
know.
Rushmore.
It's basically the store that
Niagara
sells all
Falls.
No,
Cabela's.
Manhattan.
the store that sells all the Live, Laugh, Love stuff. There's like one over by the airport.
It's like the White Store. There's a
Oh,
store in
in
the
the
UK.
pairs?
There's a store in the UK called the White Store, and I was going
Brookstone.
white. It's just all white. It's just the White Store, and there's all white people in there, and I was
God.
like, that's on brand.
Yeah, God bless.
I
At
was
least
like,
they're being
they know
honest.
their audience.
But it's like all these, the amount of Live, Laugh, Love stuff on the walls paired with America, just like, you know, those American stars.
Yeah.
And then American flags.
Yeah.
And God bless America.
Yeah.
There was like 4 or 5 of those things on every single wall of the house. And then it was just paired with a bunch of pictures of bears because the guy went to UCLA or something. So it was like bears and America and Live, Laugh, Love. And just on every,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
it was so over the top. I've
Was
never
it was
seen
it like,
Was it a
like
log
in this
cabin?
cabin we're all like
We
those
bleed-
type
we
of signs.
bleed-
We're all
we
family
bleed blue
in this cabin.
Yeah, it was just like,
Or we bleed red.
it's like after
or
one
no
room,
blue.
it was redundant, and then it
kill.
just kept
We eat
happening,
blue blood.
happening. Every room was just jam packed, and I'm like, how much money did
Did
they
you
spend
feel
on this trash?
Did you feel real
I felt
patriotic?
amazing though every morning.
Did you feel
waking up.
patriotic waking up like? Did you eat pancakes and fucking and like a 10-egg breakfast and fucking McDonald's for breakfast every
No,
morning?
I got up. I pulled myself up every morning by my fucking bootstraps, and I fucking saluted the shit out of.
Yeah.
That's the goddamn
everything.
American way.
And it was like the 4th of July up
Mm-hmm.
in there. Everywhere you go, it's like people are void of. It's like there's no personality. It's hard for me not to judge these people. Like, are you robots? Is this like an AI Sims house?
Yeah.
It's just like every house had American flags draped
Yeah.
on it, and
I mean, the
it's like,
Sims are probably fucking more than those people, so it's probably more boring than
Oh
that.
yeah.
We're talking, what's her name?
Love bed.
Marjorie Taylor Greene type house.
Mm.
That's that type of mom. She smokes cigarettes in the house. It's Fox News.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
kind of going,
Mikey, go get me another pack of cigarettes down at the corner store.
we know a couple of those. Huh? That's for sure. You know what I mean?
yeah, I've been in a house where a guy's mom's just kind of,
She's got that,
Yeah.
you know, Mikey,
Yeah.
Mikey,
Little spiky blonde hair.
go down to the corner store, give me a pack of smokes.
Yeah, get that good. And it's always that mom. It's always a Catholic league for some reason. It's never just the regular football league.
Bro,
It's
'cause the Catholics-
always the Catholic
the
league
Catholics
moms
get turned up.
that are just they're going hard for kids that will never probably play even varsity high school football.
Because parents,
Yeah.
parents at these events, we don't realize when we're kids, but they're getting turned up because they're so bored.
Oh, yeah.
That they're just getting wasted, and they're just,
Yeah.
they're like, let's go, Mikey!
Yeah. God, yeah.
When you reach a certain age when like you realize every adult event kind of revolves around
Alcohol.
and the biggest ones like the Kentucky Derby, NASCAR,
Gambling.
Mint
Alcohol.
juleps.
gambling.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
Weddings.
this empty shell of a person. You
Just
got
like, where
to fill
can
up
we
that
just
tank.
Where can we get ripped off
Where
our
can I
ass?
go to forget
Yeah.
about my child,
Where can
my
I go
wife for 5 fucking minutes?
Push away
you
this
know?
pain
You know?
that I hate my life,
Where
my
can I just
job.
bench press
I'm
this
starting
pain off
to go bald. I can't afford finasteride.
my dick doesn't work.
My dick won't even work. I can't afford Blue Chew. I eat He-Man Hungry Meals every night.
Yeah, I go to bed. I fall asleep eating a He-Man on the couch
47
while my
grams.
wife cries herself to sleep,
50
and my
grams
son
of-
smokes weed in his room.
Yo, 50 grams of protein gets you ripped though, big, strong. That's the American way, dude. If you think about it.
I'm thinking like, fuck the protein, get on the roids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get on the routine. That's when
Get
you.
on that rotein.
No, I only take routine. That's when you just ingest Joe Rogan podcast
Dude, that's what I
24/7.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I do.
On the routine.
Or listen to Rogan while you're in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's when you get max pump. I pump 3 times as hard when Rogan's on.
Yeah, that's what our good friend Jamian does. It's Rogan in the morning, it's Jim in the afternoon, walk the dog, Rogan, little time with his wife,
Yeah.
or with this gal, Julia.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta respect it. The man's on a mission.
And then he puts on George Peterson to put on while he
Peterson?
sleeps. Jeffrey Peterson
No,
while
he
he goes to
fucking
sleep.
doesn't.
When he goes to
No, he
sleep, and
fucking
he sleeps
doesn't.
all night.
No, he fucking
and he feels
doesn't.
like a man when he wakes
I'll
up. in the
fucking,
morning.
I will fucking ruin him. That'd be so funny.
Dude, he's just gonna be mad that I'm even saying this.
No,
He's
no.
gonna be like,
He's not gonna watch this.
no, he's not.
No.
And so I can say whatever.
We
I
should-
I think
want.
anybody's gonna watch this.
Shut your
Ew,
fucking
shut your
mouth, Jeff.
fucking face. you
We should have an
fuck.
episode where we talk shit about all
Piece
of our
of
closest
shit. How
friends
dare you
after
come on-
4 minutes
You know how
to
good
see
a
if
position
anyone
you're
actually
putting in?
listened.
Yeah.
So 4 minutes hits,
Oh.
every minute. Boom,
We
new
just
guy,
pick a
new
different
guy.
guy
Yeah, say
And just
mean
slander
as
them
shit.
for like 30
And see if
seconds.
one friend responds and says, "Hey,
yeah.
minute 42."
Yeah.
All right,
You were
let's,
being-
all
And if
right,
they don't
fucking
respond,
asshole.
it's time to trim some of the fat.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
kill him.
Fuck.
If you don't listen,
let's see if
We're
Chuck
gonna kill
responds
you.
to this.
How do you become an
fucking
alpha?
piece of shit?
yeah.
Yeah,
you can
how
talk
do
shit
you-
about Chuck. He doesn't even. He's right there, and he won't even
Yeah,
notice.
How are you
God.
supposed to become an alpha male if all your beta bros aren't fucking backing you up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you expect to be an alpha?
If the troop,
the new thing
if the
is?
troop doesn't fall in line, you know, how can you fucking proceed?
Bruh.
How can we
going back to
accomplish
your
the
little
mission,
power.
brah?
Bruh. Come on.
Yeah, this dude is on a power trip. This dude's Mussolini over here. He's
Dude, come
trying to start a fucking army, take it over.
What's so wrong with that? The
No,
power's
nothing.
right there. If you don't take it, you're not going to get it.
No, I
You know what
mean-
I'm saying? Come on.
Hey,
Come on.
take the power. And this guy, he's big. He likes his Italian stuff. Me, I go more German, streamline, efficiency, get to the point, get it done. You know,
That's dark.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This guy more.
I'm more to my Mussolini, you
kerfuffle
know.
around, you know.
You're like,
And then rely on the big dogs to get it done. You
you're
know
like,
what I'm talking about?
You're like, we've been doing the science.
Yeah. And he's more Japan, sneaky, drop bomb.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're the ones
one's
who are
called me
Oh,
dropping the
sneaky
bombs.
before.
Well, I
they did.
guess they dropped the first one.
They dropped a couple, huh?
We dropped our.
We dropped a lot
Ourselves.
more.
We dropped ourselves.
We dropped-
He's a sneaky.
Speaking of that,
drop bomb
we went to Oppenheimer.
You did.
Last week.
Oppenheimer.
What'd you think? Because I haven't watched
It was great. It was great. But before that, so Einstein comes on like 5 times in the movie. Every time he comes on, some fuck in the back of the theater is laughing his ass
Don't
off.
you fucking
Just
hate
fucking
that when there's some
every
dick
time
fuck doing that? In the fucking
Einstein
movie?
comes on.
Just ruining the movie.
And at the end, I tell my girlfriend, I was like, "Did you hear this guy was like cracking up every time Einstein came on?" I walk outside the theater. Guess who's outside?
It's fucking Chuck, isn't
It's
it?
Chuck.
No way.
And the first
Oh
thing he
my
says
God.
is, "Did you hear me laughing?"
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
Was he
Chuck,
like-
Yeah.
every time? Yeah. Every time Einstein came on, you hear the
Was he
smokers
was in that
laugh
cough
in the
at the
back,
end.
and it was just like, Jesus.
You know some of that was going on.
Fucking 30 mooks later.
But
he's
was
Chuck,
it
who'd
you-
you go see Oppenheimer with?
Second time
Evan
too.
and, Ronan.
Couple friends of the pod.
a couple of
couple
close
boys.
friends of the pod. I can respect that.
So we had a pod. It was just
Can we?
absurd.
I don't know
It
if
wasn't
the
fun. I mean, it's like
audience
he's a
has
cute
seen
guy.
Chuck yet. We got to pull up a good picture so they can get a
Here he
picture.
is.
Can I put it right here?
Yeah, here it is.
No. Put it over here.
No. He's
Put
over
it here.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Fucking dick. How you like that one, huh?
Yeah. Draw a penis on his face.
Yeah, Chuck. Any brief? Why?
What a
Why?
douche.
Oh, Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
Why were you dying of
Yeah,
laughter?
what was so funny?
He just looked really cute and innocent, and I felt like I don't know. It's just hard seeing that guy on stage.
He likes cute and innocent
You know that was an
science
actor, right?
astrophysicists.
I know.
Doesn't act.
Any
I
cute
know it
and
was an
innocent
actor, but it's
astrophysicists,
just- it was so
DM
funny.
the
It was
pod.
so-
We'll hook you up with Chuck.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you're cute and innocent,
Yeah.
He was like cute, but you see him, you're like,
He's
oh
all
shit.
chubby and
He's like
Was he
America-
chubby? I thought he was
America's
a
little
skinny.
sweetheart.
I thought he was a
He's
skinny
like 80 years old.
straw
He was
guy.
80 years old.
Yeah.
You know how like old people just gravity and just kind of.
it just kind of like coagulates
Yeah.
downtown.
That's my
I hear you.
excuse.
The nose and ears. This is an interesting fact. The nose and ears never quit growing.
Balls too.
The balls. Is the balls? Do they grow or
They
is that
stretch.
just? Those
They don't
They hang.
stretch.
They
It's a
hang.
hang time.
They hang. Your hang time.
But the nose actually
you just get more
grows.
shaka, brah.
You
You,
get
just can,
more
you can just
shaka
ride that
vibes, bro.
wave longer, brah. As you get older, bro. It's just what it is.
What
Yeah,
way?
it is.
What way?
As your hang time gets lower, you can ride that wave.
Aiden's all about
longer.
hang time.
We're all about that.
You're kind of getting this like Chicano like
Yeah.
vibe, but
Yeah, I
you're
don't
kind of
know.
trying to give it an island
Yeah.
twist.
Hey, and you know, our condolences,
condolences
to
to
Maui,
Lahaina.
man. Lahaina, that's crazy.
Yeah, you
That's,
guys want to talk? Someone wrote. You guys want to talk about climate change and hot weather?
Yeah, it's
I
hot as hell in
I wrote
Portland.
that down, but it's a total bummer. But,
Yeah, it's
we
it's
could
a
talk
shit
about
idea.
it.
Maybe
It
we
was
can
go over
super.
it.
Actually, I got a fun
Good
little
spirits we could
story.
throw it around.
You got an anecdote off
I
that?
got an
That's
anecdote.
good.
Yesterday, I was
This is hot.
I was just quarantined in the room. Me and my wife just inches away from each other, just sweating, staring into each other's eyes.
Just deep
Intimately,
passion.
deep passion. Just totally.
That's nice. I wish I had something like that.
Yeah, we were just standing there, not a word. We didn't speak for 2 hours, just stared, and we were just covered in sweat because we were having such a spiritual experience connecting. And then we had two air conditioners going on in the
Yeah,
room.
did you have two ACs in that? I've been in. That's
We had two
It's
air
not that
conditioners
hot.
in there, and it was so hot because my house is just so
Were you
hot.
holding hands like this?
No, we weren't touching.
It's hot
It was
'cause of
all
YouTube.
energetic. Multiple
Like,
orgasms.
Close, but not close, but not touching. Like
Multiple
like that, where you can feel the
energetic,
energy.
full. It's like when you have
Were you erect?
of course.
That's
I was standing in a puddle by the end.
watching the viewers just jump off the stream right now.
Jump on the stream.
yeah.
Just
It's like a huge uptick in Japan and like just crashing in,
It's like,
in
yeah.
Italy.
In Italy, yeah. They're
Um,
like, it's a no sexy. What are we doing?
And Japan's like, oh, the tension. I love it.
no, yeah.
all right. So yeah.
So we were just sitting there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Let me restart that. We were just standing there
sitting there,
in
yeah.
full tension, and then one of the air conditioners just pops off. It just dies. And I'm thinking, fuck, I blew a breaker or something. I was just pulling too much cold air. So I went downstairs and I checked the breaker box. And everything was fine. No breakers had flipped. And I stood there for a second. And then I hear this, pow, 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 pow. Sounded like someone had like the lamest pistol, or there was like mini
firecrackers.
explosions or firecrackers.
Like a prostitute gun.
Yeah, like something that it's
Little
meant
James
to,
Bond.
A little baby one.
yeah.
something that's meant to maim but not kill.
Pew pew.
And then my wife's just screaming upstairs because she thought like I got murdered down by the breaker box.
You get popped.
She thought I was like blowing up while I was touching it. And I was like, and then I thought the house was on fire.
You have curly hair too, so if you got electrocuted, it would just afro up, and
Yeah.
you would just look
Yeah.
like fucking Bob Ross.
It'd be like Einstein. Chuck would come in, I'd be dead on the floor.
yeah, yeah. Chuck would be like, "Oh, you're so cute."
So cute.
So
Look at me.
cute.
Yeah, maybe he would think I was cuter if I
yeah.
electrocuted myself a little bit. I could get lucky with that pedo stash habit, motherfucker.
Yeah, God, that stash though. This guy's stash. This guy looks. You always look like part Mexican, part French,
Italian.
maybe Italian
From Jersey somewhere.
Yeah, Jersey. Like
But here, let me finish my story.
Yeah, all right.
We're losing like numbers right now.
No, they're already.
We're losing right now. We need to
Yeah.
get them back on. So
It's like Fortnite
turns
when
out,
they jump off that
shut
the bus.
your mouth.
Front door.
Turns out, shut the front door.
I've
Turns
blown
out,
off
I go around the
Not the back
corner
one.
and the
Leave that
transformer box is on fire.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
God,
and there's my neighbor's out on the corner, and she's on the phone, and she's like, "I was just on a phone call, and it blew up. It's on fire."
Did you take?
She was all
the Next Door
traumatized.
app? We were all your neighbors like, oh my god, there's a fire.
Yeah,
And a black man walking by.
yeah, and it was like he's definitely. I don't know what was going on with him, but we're keeping tabs. He's on 66th. Okay.
66th?
Shut up. But basically, the long story short, the transformer caught fire, and it was like, whoa, and the power didn't come on until 10.
Fuck. So is your thing all flamed up?
No, it's
you
good.
caught fucking gonorrhea.
No, it's good.
It's good.
It's fine. It's no gonorrhea.
Good.
We got the air conditioners running again, and
Did you
it's
have to-
not 101 anymore.
Did you have to maintenance it? Did some maintenance work on it? Or
No,
just-
the PGE came, and it was all external. I wasn't
Oh.
in the house, so it
so
wasn't
you,
too bad.
So you had them kind of get you off.
They took care of it.
They took care of you.
They took care of me.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Did they kiss you after? Did they give you a nice kiss on the cheek before they left?
No, we don't kiss. We don't. I don't kiss and tell.
No, they didn't go.
I don't kiss and tell.
You're welcome.
So
You
I
see,
couldn't tell you.
PG
Maybe?
was telling people not to
I couldn't tell you
not
because
to
I
run
don't
their
kiss
AC
and
too
tell.
much.
Yeah, well, I had two going at once.
Yeah.
I needed it.
I added one.
Two
after, yeah.
ACs?
Well, they just said like whatever, like
Don't do
chill
that.
out on it. Like the power grid could get all fucked up. It's like 104 degrees.
Yeah, because there's like a bunch of dudes have one AC right here, one there, and
Yeah,
just holding
both
up
balls.
both nuts, getting
Yeah.
full AC
Yeah.
at both times. Because tonight I might go out and I don't want to have to shower twice.
As they watch the Jared Fogle doc.
Yeah, and also they're probably thinking about semen retention as well.
That's a
because when it
good-
gets too hot.
That's a
Yeah.
good topic. That's what makes a real man out of you. It ups that testosterone, makes you into a warrior. See, the realest warriors in the world, the ones that really conquered the earth.
Isn't this
Practice
what
semen
is the
Yeah.
what is that genetic term for
See, there's
like
no time
the
for
Aryan race type, like
Aryan
this
race,
mentality of
Nazis?
this like perfect sperm that you guys are fixated.
Well, it doesn't
on
have
this,
to
like,
be
No.
perfect-
Aryan.
Yeah, what are you talking about, bro? You don't want to make it an Aryan.
What is that
Don't make
genetic?
it
It's like
Aryan.
genetic.
Yeah.
It's not like genetic
What are you talking about?
superiority
Eugenics
type
you talking
thing.
about?
Yeah, eugenics.
Yeah.
You guys are
I'm all the way into
skating
that.
the
Relax.
line.
Hey.
You guys are.
Hey.
You're the one who made it Aryan. You're
You're
talking
the-
to
yeah.
a black man who's talking about semen retention.
Yeah.
We're talking Genghis Khan. We've been
Yeah.
talking to some of the greats.
Oh,
Yeah, and
you're kind of more Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Asian
Sorry
specifically.
to
That's
bring
where
up-
we get most of our hits. I'm trying to pander.
Yeah. And we're trying to make sure that they're happy. The sponsors. We want to go gamble in Macau.
But dude,
China,
this hate
Taiwan,
that I've been getting, I've been
Japan.
getting like a lot of hate mail, near death threats.
Yeah.
Here.
It's been difficult.
It's been neat.
I know, and honestly, I feel the same way. It's overwhelming, the amount of emotions that we have to go through on a daily basis, dealing with all the different emotions of the fans.
It's
'cause
like a
there's so many of
pendulum,
them.
right? Because I wake up in the morning and I watch 2 hours of my content, and I'm on a high because I'm like, oh, I'm so great. I'm stuck on every single word that I'm saying. I don't even listen to you.
No,
'Cause
why
you're-
would you?
And I'm just like really on point.
And you're just-
and I'm like, oh,
And
yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
fixated on yourself. Just
Yeah, that's so good. And I
Yeah.
eat breakfast, have my
Oh.
Wheaties, and then I open my first email, and it's like, oh, why aren't you wearing fucking shoes? Or it's like, oh, didn't care about that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
it's
you-
like, what is it? A bunch of fucking idiots out there.
So-
I just keep getting called a sellout. That's what I don't like. Kind of going, you're the only black guy on the pod. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Call
It's an
me,
honor.
call me Uncle Tom and all this other
Yeah,
shit.
bro, I'm sure you
don't
get a lot
like
of
that,
pressure.
bro. Don't like that one bit. Can y'all stop that? All right, that's not cool. So that's really what I've just been doing.
They don't know who we have working behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
Yeah.
Jared
Oh.
Folger. Well, we're the only two white guys on the pod, so
Who? Yeah, I guess you're right. Chuck
sucks.
is Canadian. They're French.
Chuck's kind of like Middle Eastern passing.
No, we which one?
He's
He's
kind of like
Mexican.
Jersey. It's like its own kind
Yeah,
of
he's
race.
jazzy. He looks like his favorite skater growing up was Chad Muska.
Oh man, dude, he was
Nothing wrong with that.
solid.
Sorry, you were. What's his name?
I think-
I know who it was.
Say it. You say it. Yeah, you fucking say it. You say you know who it is.
You
don't
can't
even know
remember his name?
Guess what I'm
Fucking
googling.
name.
Guess what I'm googling right now.
You're googling Tony Hawk
Before
Pro
that.
Skater so you
Before
can
that.
find out one
Black
black guy.
Tony
Before
Hawk.
that. Wow, you don't know
Antoine
this.
Dixon?
Before that, the OG of OG nigga skaters,
Yeah, his name is.
Kareem Campbell.
Yeah.
There it is.
Motherfucker.
The only one in Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah.
Is that what you were looking up? THP is.
I just said Black Tony Hawk.
Dixon was hard as hell, man. That Taker video.
This one's cold as shit. But I'm just saying, like, he was like the first like black
Yeah.
skater that I was like, oh, like, you could be like famous and like.
He was
and,
like,
cool,
he was like the Jackie Robinson
and
of
like
skating.
cool and like be a black dude and skate and like have it be your style and not like this like white boy like Bam Margera like rock shit, which
Mm-hmm.
is like
Vito.
fun when they're like breaking shit and screaming at Uncle Vito and throwing
Slapping
white
his
boy
face.
tantrums and shit.
Yeah.
That's funny, but you know you want a little bit of in there, you know, a little
Class.
bit, some ice cream. You know what I'm saying a little bit of Farisi, you know what I mean? So
A little bit of that.
a little
you know,
Farisi in there. So that's that's good.
bringing your roots with you.
Bringing my roots like LeVar Burton. You know?
Is that Magic School Bus? Oh, Reading Rainbow.
Take a look in
in
a
a
book.
book,
Reading
Reading
Rainbow. He was Kunta Kinte. Look at the white man trying to call him Toby. Chuck is racist.
All right. So do we got any more topics we want to hit?
I mean, what do we got cooking, boys? I got these diet dreads. I thought that was pretty funny. They're like fake dreads. Not real.
Why? Because they're like half twisted or something?
Yeah, they're like
Diabetic dreads.
they're like on the way to dreads. Like if I really wanted dreads, they'd have to
If you
be
just
locked.
left those,
No, if I left them and try to lock them and crochet them a little bit, they would lock up and they'd be dreads.
How'd you get them?
why don't you do
How'd I
it?
get
bro?
them? It's called a wig. You never had a wig before, Tyler?
Yeah, I've had a wig. I've had an Afro wig. Can
Wow,
white
race.
Can white guys for Halloween wear Afro wigs?
You can.
That's a
You
good
look like a fucking idiot. But you can.
Why?
I'm not gonna care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Only like woke like poetry people are really gonna come up. We'll all look at you and be like, "You look fucking stupid."
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
But,
okay.
but there's only gonna be like 2 people who are gonna come to you and be like, "You should take that off
Yeah.
for XYZ." But everyone else is gonna look at
But
you
it
and be
depends
like,
on what else.
"Okay, like you just look
Yeah.
like a fucking idiot."
Because in 3rd grade I was Jimi Hendrix.
But see, that's the thing. It's
But
like
it was also 3rd. But
that
I kind of want to
is-
be Jimmy. I kind of want to be Jimmy again.
that's, the thing,
this
that's a
year.
little more understandable because you're like, did you have on the clothes? And
Yeah,
the guitar and
yeah.
everything?
You
It's
know-
like, you were just trying to be that guy.
Yeah.
A lot of times you find those types of phenomenons, like, for example, at Cleveland High School. You're going to have a guy who shows up, and for people who aren't familiar, Cleveland High School was kind of predominantly wealthy white high school in Portland.
That's where Phil Knight went to high school.
I don't know. Cleveland was pretty cracking back in the day.
I don't know, in comparison to Franklin, I always kind of looked...
Bo went there. Omar.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe
From
back
The
in the
Wire?
day, but when we were there, wouldn't you agree, it was kind of like...
Yeah.
No, definitely,
Absolutely.
definitely was
When we went
definitely East like richer.
That was
like,
the type
affluent
of
white
place-
kids because it's all the kids from
Eastmoreland.
Eastmoreland and like inner nice southeast on whatever side of Powell or whatever.
That was the
you
type
know,
of place that on Halloween you would see white boys showing up in full blown like Mexico as a costume type thing where they'd have like the big sombrero and a lot of those white boys, because my brothers had a lot of friends that went there.
Your brother had a
and-
bunch of white boy friends wearing those big sombreros.
I don't know if they were wearing the sombreros,
Eating big tacos.
but there was guys that they knew that like white boys would be saying the N word and shit like that. And
Yeah,
and I
I'm
always
sure
say
like that doesn't happen every.
Yeah.
I think that happens most fucking white neighborhoods.
yeah,
no
but
matter
that's
what.
my point, is that when you get enough white people together
Yeah.
and there's not anybody around to kind of make them feel like it's not okay,
Yeah.
the N words start coming out,
Yeah.
the
But
costumes,
we know
the
that.
afros
though.
start coming
Yeah,
out.
We know all this though. This is nothing new.
But there's a certain threshold where there's like a certain amount of white people.
Yeah.
Usually they're probably all white because you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a threshold that you
Well,
get
so
to.
is this
where-
still with the Afro
Yeah.
wig?
Yeah, he said there's a threshold when it gets to a certain amount of white people where they feel comfortable enough, they start bringing out these cultural things that are.
But then, are we
weird.
comparing the N-word to an Afro wig?
Loosely, because that type of behavior,
Well,
kind of
it's a Jew.
that.
It's a Jew. Yeah, it could be a Jew. Jews,
You know that
Jews have afros.
you know that Bob Ross hair was a wig.
No, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Don't
Look it up.
What?
Or no. He had it permed. He permed
Okay.
it. It wasn't natural.
Oh,
And it was his look, so he permed it. I mean, still, that's the same as wearing
that's
a wig,
alright,
pretty much.
though. Nah, this isn't my natural hair.
Yeah, but I mean, he like
Yeah, but
really
you-
modified.
That isn't your natural hair.
Yes, it is.
Well, you cut it.
Yes, it is.
You cut it.
If you
do
bleached
something-
and strained your hair, then I'll come after you.
Oh, I will look like
Yeah.
fucking.
Because I mean, you can't get
Sounds
that
like,
shit
"Hey!"
wet. If you get that
I
shit
know.
wet, it turns straight on you, and that ain't your natural hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't tell him. What the fuck are you doing? Just
Oh, I'm
telling him
telling
what
the
his
fan.
natural hair is.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
now
Bob
you're talking-
Ross's
now
hair.
you're
I'm talking
talking
about white
hair.
people's hair that gets permed.
No, you're talking
Jesus
his hair.
Christ, dude.
No, my hair gets curly when it's wet.
All right, so fine. I won't be Jimi Hendrix's song.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
well
I've been
actually,
Jimi
I,
Hendrix twice for
I-
Halloween.
I encourage you. I encourage you to do it.
Yeah, I have.
My favorite Halloween costume is John Madden.
I mean, your John
Yeah.
Madden's pretty impeccable.
I did a good John Madden
He
for a
got
couple years.
tobacco poisoning
With the fucking
that night.
the cigar.
I got tobacco poisoning.
He was like gray for 3 hours sitting on the couch.
It was during quarantine, and I was
Did
hanging
you just
out.
go harder at that point? You're like, you just have to lean into
Well,
it.
I was with my
no,
parents.
he couldn't even.
I was with
Oh,
my
yeah.
parents, and I was like having such a good time playing the character. I was just going, just like I don't even know how to be John Madden, but I was just sucking down that fucking cigar. And about an hour later, I was white. I was white as a ghost, and I got on my belly and I threw up a bunch in the toilet. And then I laid on the ground for another 45 minutes, all disheveled, and I finally felt better. And then I sat down and I felt a little bit better. And then I lost the wig next year at a big blowout party, and it was all over.